Okay. Now let me make sure it's loud
Then
enough.
this is a song which we
Okay.
began to refer to in the family as the name song for obvious reasons. It's a song making fun of Chassidim, but the way it's couched is Chassidim making fun of Misnagdim. So it's an interesting, and it has one of my favorite word plays because instead of quadrille, which is for a secular dance, the word is shmadril, which is making fun of quadrille, but also shmaden is to convert. So it's like, it's a very involved wordplay. It's making fun of the Jews who, in effect, convert by shaving their beards off, and the shmadril. Okay. Und als der heilige Mashiach wird kommen, will sein der erste Raffen. Let me start again. Und als der heilige Mashiach wird kommen, will sein der erste Raff der Schlacht. Auf die Datschen wird man sich nehmen, und sie schlagen Tag wie Nacht. Går an Pulver und an Blei, Keulen werden fliehen über Hallen. Und als der Rebbe wird noch zu sagen, a Posik dabei, wie Streu werden die Datschen fallen. Und es wird noch zu helfen, Sorach und Borach, Yankiv, Daniel, Sindel, Grindel, Chaim, Schmiel, Berl, Schmerl, Getzel, Azrael, und fliegen das ganze Kränzel. Keile, Beile, Jentes, Assechane, Brane, Jachnit, Wosse, Simme, Blimme, Pessin, Rosse, werden tanzen das Mitzvah-Tänzel. Chiribim, bam, chiribidi, bam, chiribidi, bidi, bidi, bim, bam, chiribim, bam, chiribidi, bam, chiribidi, bidi, bidi, bim, bam. Der Rebbe wird sein der Kommandant, wird kommandieren hin und her. Und ich will sein Adjutant, dich sieht ihm das Militär. Und als der Rebbe wird anfangen von Teure zu schmeißen, zu beweisen seine Hawaiies. Also werden dich sieht ihm an heute zu schießen, auf die Drabes, auf die Hultaies. Und es wird noch zu helfen, Sorach und Borach, Yankiv, Daniel, Sindel, Grindel, Chaim, Schmiel, Berl, Schmerl, Getzel, Azrael, und führen das ganze Kränzel. Keile, Bele, Jentes, Assechane, Brane, Jachnit, Wosse, Simme, Blimme, Persi und Rosse, werden tanzen das Mitzvah-Tänzel. Chiribim, bam, chiribidi, bam, chiribidi, bidi, bidi, bim, bam, chiribim, bam, chiribidi, bam, chiribidi, bidi, bidi, bim, bam, chiribim, bam, chiribidi, bam, chiribidi, bidi, bidi, bim, bam, chiribim, bam, chiribidi, bam, chiribidi, bidi, bidi, bim, bam. Die Datschen, sie wären doch Posche Deal. Sie wissen nicht, was sie sollen tun. Sie haben a Tanz, was heißt Schmadril. Einer läuft daher und der andere hin. Die Datschke, was zimbelt auf dem Schlambil, wird feierdige Knädlach essen. Und als der Rebbe wird auflegen sein Lappe auf ihr, wird sie im Zimbel vergessen. Und es wird noch zu helfen, Sorach und Borach, Yankiv, Daniel, Sindel, Grindel, Chaim, Schmiel, Berl, Schmerl, Getzel, Azrael, und führen das ganze Kränzel. Keile, Bele, Jentes, Assechane, Brane, Jachnit, Wosse, Simme, Blimme, Persi und Rosse, werden tanzen das Mitzvah-Tänzel. Chiribim, bam, chiribidi, bam, chiribidi, bidi, bidi, bim, bam, chiribim, bam, chiribidi, bam, chiribidi, bidi, bidi, bim, bam, chiribim, bam, chiribidi, bam, chiribidi, bidi, bidi, bim, bam, chiribim, bam, chiribidi, bam, chiribidi, bidi, bidi, bim, bam.
Sehr schön.
Sehr
That song has
schön.
the Heilig Mashiach
Okay, so can
Vekrumen.
you put now the word?
Was collected from me by Ruth Rubin one summer when she came to.
Okay, so
Okay, you want to do now?
the lyrics. The lyrics.
Okay.
I'm sorry, just there was I shouldn't have stopped it because once you stopped it, it just it's like erased.
The Hilike Moshiach.
Yes.
You know, I don't have it all fancy, the fancy version. I just have the words.
Yeah, just the words.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe just the
Can you make it
introduction.
größer?
Yeah, I'll make it here, don't worry.
Nein.
Okay, so Maurice, because she doesn't have the introduction and I cannot play it, can you just tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. So I found it on Itzik Gottesman's Yiddish folk song website, his blog, and it's where he introduces Josh Waletsky, who's a famous Yiddish folk singer. And so it's not known who wrote the song first, but it appears in an anthology from the early 20th century. The lyrics without music, but Josh Waletsky knew it as a child from his house, and he invented a melody to go with the words. So the words are at least 200 years old, and the melody is Josh Waletsky's addition to it. And so it's kind of we've had this before in some of the songs about the conflict between the Hasidim and their opponents. There were the first opponents, early days of Hasidism. They were called the Misnagdim, which just means the opponents. And these were Orthodox Jews who thought the Hasidim were misinterpreting what God wants, and there were differences of opinion in terms of ideology, differences of opinion about the practices of the Hasidim in their shuls, and then after the Misnagdim, you had the Maskilim, which were the modern-looking Jews in the late 19th century, and they also opposed the Hasidim for all kinds of reasons, and some of that conflict appears in some of the songs, and this is one of those songs.
Thank you, Maurice. Thank
Sure.
you. Yeah, Vinkl, you raised your hand?
Yeah, I wasn't sure he was going to say, but he did say it. It was in the introduction that we had. It talked about that word Daichen, the masculine.
Okay.
The word was used to mean, the word Daichen in the song means masculine, agnostics, atheists, and people who wore modern European dress.
Right.
Okay.
Very often a few times we've read in some of the literature that there was a person who came into town and he was a Deitch, and all that meant was he dressed in modern European dress, and whatever his beliefs were.
And what is an apokaitis?
What's that?
An apokaitis.
Apikoris, it could be a heretic, could be an atheist, an agnostic, any of those who didn't fit the narrow definition of what it is to be a Jew.
Okay, so let's start reading it. Vinkl.
Machen größer?
Even more?
No, it's
I think it's quite big.
Yeah.
Okay,
Everybody,
okay.
you can make it larger on your own screen.
On your own computer, yes.
I wish.
Where at the top of the screen it says Marev screen, and there are 3 dots on. Anytime you see 3 dots, click on it. It'll give you a lot of information. That says zoom ratio, so you can make it as large or as small as you want. Nobody else. You are in charge of your own script.
Or just use your fingers and it'll get bigger also.
I
If
don't,
you
know,
have,
that's because-
if you have
I
a
don't see
touch
three
screen.
dots. Ik zijn het geen three dots.
Yeah,
We don't all have
Okay.
3 dots.
I'm looking.
Okay, I
Alright.
think that's going
This
too
is,
much.
let's go. It's good.
Yeah, let's start. Vinkl, can you read, please?
When as der Heilige Moshiach that kommen, and when the Holy Messiah comes, will ich sein der Erste auf der Schlacht. I will be the first into battle. Auf die Deutschen wird men sich nehmen und sie schlagen Tag und Nacht. We will set upon the Deutschen and seize them and beat them day and night, battle against them day and night, or on pulver, on bly, even without gunpowder and without bullets, without lead. Keulen, Wellen, Fliehen, Iber, Allah. Bullets will be flying over everything.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Vinkl. Maurice, do you have anything to add?
No, perfect,
Perfect.
perfect.
Good, Yofi. Good. So, Elaine, can you continue?
Yeah, I just have one question about the word coilin. Isn't that coal?
No.
Yeah,
No.
coiling has a lot of meanings. It could be coal, it could be bullets,
Oh, okay.
matzo balls. Yes, coiling. Sure.
Yeah, that's good to know. All right.
I don't want
Okay.
you like that.
All right.
That's what you order.
Right, coiling.
Yeah, okay, all right.
I think you're
Okay.
telling on yourself with the cooking ability.
Und als der Rebbe wird noch zu geben, a Pasuk dabei, wie Streu wollen die Deutschen fallen. And when the rabbi will still add a verse of scripture,
Yeah,
a verse of
Pasuk,
scripture
yeah.
at the same time,
right,
the maskilim will fall like straw.
right.
Und es wird noch zu helfen, Zerach, Baruch, Yaakov, Daniel. I think this should have been Zindel. I think there's a typo.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a typo.
Zindel,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, Zindel, Grindel, Chaim, Shmuel, Beryl, Shmerel, Getzel, Ezrael, Velen, Velen Fearin. Oh, okay, all right, I'll stop there. And it will be, and it will still help. It will still help. And then all the names, Zerach, Berach, that whole thing. Wellen führen das ganze Grenzel. I think it will guide the whole group.
Yes.
yeah. Führen is actually to lead, like dafür. Führen is to lead. They'll be leading the troops, right?
Okay. And now the women's names: Kayla, Bela, Yenta, Sose, Chana, Braina, Yachne, Dvosse, Simma, Blimma, Bessie, und Rosa, wollen tanzen das Mitzvah-Tanz. They're all the women will dance the mitzvah dance. So I have a question.
Just a moment. They are going to be the cheerleaders. You see, they are fighting and they will be the cheerleaders.
Oh, okay. But the mitzvah dance, what is that actually?
I don't really know.
No. We
Doing
don't.
the mitzvahs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so I see Refoil, Bonnie, and Vinkl. Refoil, please.
Yeah, there is something called a mitzvah tanz or a mitzvah
Yeah.
tinsel at a wedding. And this is, I'm just guessing because it's been a while since I knew what the answer here is, but a mitzvah tanz, I think, is the machatenistas dancing with each other, but I'm not sure about that. It's one of the standard dances at a wedding.
Oh.
Okay, okay, thank you. Bonnie?
Let me make sure can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, okay. a couple of lines above, Villain Fearin. So Fearin, it has to do with travel. So I'm not sure how.
Maurice said before.
Yeah, fearing is to lead.
Lead, right.
Lead. They will, it's the future. They will lead the whole gang, the whole crowd.
Okay. Is it the villain that makes the, I mean, what makes it, I thought Fearin it is travel. What makes it?
No,
It's not travel.
Fahren.
In this context,
Fahren is to travel. Fahren.
right.
Okay.
Fearing is to lead an army, to
Got
lead
it.
the
Yeah.
people.
And I'm sorry, I tuned in late, so I didn't hear you earlier.
It's okay.
But thanks.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Steve?
Yes, especially when he talked about the mitzvah Tansen and stuff, and all the names that you're hearing. My father talked about, and I may have mentioned this before. In his little shtetl, they had musicians who used to go from simcha to simcha. That's how they made their living. And when they got there, the names, like they would take these songs, and whatever the names were, they would replace them with the names of all the people who were in the wedding or in the simcha, so that these names in folk readings or folk singings of them, even in like there's a bunch of names in Romania. They would change those names to the people who were actually in the room.
Okay. Thank you.
Good.
Interesting. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, Vinkl?
Yeah, about the Krenzel, the Krenzen, the dancing, the singular is Kranz, I think, and it can mean a wreath or a string or a rope. So I had a vision either that the women were wearing garlands or that there was a circle dance. The mitzvah dance was done in a circle.
Could be, yeah.
But what I really wanted to ask, if people have insight about the meaning of some of those names, like Kyla. I know a lot of the names there are from Hebrew, but like Zindel and Grindel and Getzel, are
Well,
those
some of them are Germanic.
Germanic.
German.
But are there equivalents without, because I think they're kind of nicknames. And so
Well,
is there
Baruch is a real name. Baruch,
yeah.
Zerich, Yankiv. These are real names,
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
Yankov,
Real
I know,
name.
and Yaakov, I know what the root meaning of it. So Zindel and Grindel.
Zindel, it
Something
could
to do
be-
with the color green? Is Grindel like something about, it just is, there's some.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sometimes
Grendel
names
could
like
be
that.
related to the name Grendel, the Germanic name Grendel. Grendel the monster,
Mhm. Yeah,
from
that's
Middle
the kind of thing I was
Ages.
getting.
I don't know.
How about the word Kyla? Is this Kyla? It's no good. It's rotten.
No, no.
No, Kylie, it's something else.
Yeah, Kaya is from Polish, meaning
Yeah.
rotten or broken.
Right, right.
This is
It's another
Kaya.
word.
Yeah.
It's a different word altogether.
But Kayla is a name. I mean, Kayla is, I know someone whose Hebrew name is Kayla.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
real
I do
name.
too.
Kayla, though, not Kyla. Kayla.
It's from Key. Kayla.
It's from what?
From Key, from the Key. Key.
Oh.
Okay, Beverly.
Yes, okay. The mitzvah tanz is the Hasidic custom of the men dancing before the bride on the wedding night after the wedding feast. Commonly, the bride, who usually stands perfectly still at one end of the room, will hold one end of a long sash or a gartel, while the one dancing before her holds the other end. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
I've never seen. That's a beautiful custom.
I know it's a mitzvah to entertain the bride and groom.
Yeah, but this is all the men. Interesting.
Yeah.
Elaine, you still have a question?
I do. So this is not not understanding the words. I understand the words, but I don't understand the meaning or the sense of the whole and when the rabbi will add a verse of scripture like straw the maskilim will fall, and it will still help. And then all the names, I don't get it. Like I don't understand it. I know the words, what they mean, but
Well, the
Okay.
first part is just to magnify the power of the Rebbe, of the Hasidic. You know, there was a widespread belief that certain Rebbes had supernatural powers.
right.
They could fight demons, they could pulverize them. So all he had to do is to quote some scripture from the holy books, and all the masculine would fall.
Okay, all right.
One of
So
his
it would help them because
supernatural
they don't have
powers.
bullets, they don't have powder, they don't have
Right.
anything, but that will, okay,
That
got it,
right.
got it.
I
Okay.
question the whole
Hey,
reason.
just a moment, Refoil.
Yeah, again, you have to be careful about the grammar here. Look at the word order is not English word order. Und es wird noch zu helfen Zerach Baruch. The subject is Zerach.
Right.
Zerach and the others will assist.
Right.
So it's not it will help them. It's Zerach and the others. That's the subject of zu
Right.
helfen.
Hannah, can you
They will
highlight what
assist.
we're talking about?
I don't know where we are, which line
That's
is,
about the fifth line. Und
Yeah,
es
the
wird
fifth.
noch zu helfen.
me when I'm
Right.
there, here,
Yeah,
Next
no,
line.
no,
This is that, right.
Next,
and-
next.
Right.
this
No,
one,
the,
here?
no,
no,
the two
two down.
from that.
Lines down.
The
This
fifth
is
line,
vet
That's
noch
right.
zu
one
helfen.
with all the names,
That's right.
Right.
So
one
that
with all
one,
the names.
yeah, my point is that you've got to look at,
Oh,
Right.
wait, so can you repeat? Yeah, it's now that we know where we are, can you just repeat? Do you mind?
sure. So look at this, look at that line, the part that's in blue. The subject there is Zerach. The word S is merely saying there's a delayed subject. That's the second word, because you want to have the you want to put the verb third. I mean, sorry, the verb second at vet.
What does Zerach mean?
So Zerach is a proper noun. It's someone's name. So Zerach will assist also. As vet noch zu helfen Zerach. And while we're talking about Zerach, we'll talk about Baruch, Yankov, Daniel, Zindel, and the
All
rest.
of them.
Wouldn't they all be the subject then?
Yes, although then you'd expect Velen, and for meter purposes, it's vet.
Right.
Oh,
So it's a singular subject.
Right.
okay, got it.
Okay, thank you. Cookie, now you, Cookie.
If I guessing, I said the whole thing with the men dancing, it's such a chauvinist religion. That's what bothers me. That why aren't the men and women dancing together? No.
Cookie.
What can we do, Cookie? That's how
Yeah.
it is.
But the
Okay,
men are honoring,
Okay.
honoring the bride. I think that's beautiful.
Right.
Okay, Feigl.
Yeah, this is back to that line on As der Rebbe wird noch zugeben a Posuk dabei, wie Streu wollen die Deutschen fallen. Now, if I look at the grammar of that, maybe I'm just quibbling, but I don't think it's the rabbi that has all the power. I think that they're saying it's the verse of Torah that is making the Deutschen fall, and that all those people are helping the power of the Torah, the power of that Posuk, more than the power of the rabbi, which is miraculous.
Well, you can interpret it any way you want. These are the beliefs of people who lived in the 18th century.
But it's that the
You wanna
belief is
believe
that the Rebbe
he
is
has the power, that's okay. And if you
He's an
want to believe that
instrument.
it's just the words in the Torah, that's okay.
But
You
just
could argue-
grammatically, isn't it that the Rebbe is an instrument of the Pusuk? Not that the power comes from the Rebbe, but the power
Okay,
comes from.
that's fine.
Can be. Beverly.
you're muted.
Yes, but Josh Waletsky said that the song is really making fun of us.
Well, he
I just-
says that it can be interpreted
Right, the
the other
Hasidim.
way, but clearly the inspiration was a Maskilic inspiration. And
Oh,
it could be that the Hasidim, change it to suit their ideological needs.
Right. If you Google
Right.
batons, you'll see the actual men. It's such a beautiful thing, dancing in front of her, and each one has like a string. If you Google it yourself online, you'll see the actual tans, and it is a
Okay.
thing.
So whoever wants, Google it afterwards online. So let's go.
Correct.
Let's continue. The
We're on-
rabbi
Oh, you want to hear the song again?
the rabbi wird sein der Kommandant. Go down, please.
Oh,
Scroll,
oh,
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
that's it.
Okay,
Right.
the rabbi wird sein der Hilda, can you start? Hilda.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
All right. Der Rebbe wird sein, der Kommandant. Wird kommandieren. Ahin und aher. Right, the rabbi will will be in charge. He will be in charge, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Wird kommandieren ahin und aher, and he will order people to go this way or that
Right.
way. Yeah.
Right.
Und ich will sein, I got sein twice. Yeah. Titan.
Adjutant. It's like adjutant.
Oh, adjutant. All right.
Right. Yeah.
I'll be the assistant.
Right.
Yes. All right. Die Hasidim. Das Militär. The Hasidim will be the soldiers.
Right.
Und as der Rebbe wird anfangen von, is that anfangen? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Von Teure zu schmeißen, and when the rabbi will start to sing from the Torah, is that what schmeißen means?
No.
Schmeißen is to hit someone. Yeah. So
Yeah.
what is that? So what is the
schmeißen technically literally means to beat, like to beat a horse.
yes, when he would beat his hand on the table. Is that
Well,
what it
I think it means that when he begins to orate, when he begins
is like a slap.
begins to declaim from the Torah, with,
yes.
his powerful.
But they do slap down and bang down on the table with their hand.
Well, it could be,
Yeah.
but
Could be.
I think he's using the words to whip his enemies.
right.
The power of
with the
Toiva.
Torah, right.
Right.
Right. Okay.
That's
Yes. All right. Beweisen seine heaviest.
Yes.
What is that?
What
is
I think it
heaviest?
means, I'm not sure, but I think it means like his oratorical ability, his.
It's
his prowess.
expressions. Avayas is expressions. It's from the Hebrew.
Okay.
Facial
Right.
expressions.
Okay. So shall I translate that line?
Right.
Not easy. And when the rabbi will begin to read from the Torah, we'll begin to,
let's say, to orate.
to his oration of the Torah,
Yeah.
to beweisen seine heaviest, to show his, I forgot what heaviest.
His passion, his oratorical
Right,
ability.
okay. His oratorical passion.
Right.
Azoi werden die Hasidim anheben zu schießen auf die
Rabbis.
Drabes, I don't know.
I don't know either. What is Drabes?
I think Drabes means people who are impure, people who are unchaste, low life.
Low lives.
It's in the dictionary, it says they're cart rails. So I don't know.
What is it?
It said
I
cart
got the same
rails.
Okay,
I
we
got
have
the same thing.
Rafael, do you know?
Yeah, a drob, plural drobus, in the masculine is a jerk, and in the feminine is a slut.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Lucky me.
Was
That
is
covers
besser.
all of us.
Was is besser.
Was is besser? Okay.
Right. Azoi werden die Hasid. So then the Hasidim will begin to shoot, to
Yeah.
to shoot.
Bad people.
shoots
Drabes.
the drabes. Auf die Olte.
Ultais.
And what is that?
It's also just an insulting term. I don't know how you translate it. but
The
it's-
dictionary says debauched or shameless.
There you go.
Scoundrels.
There you go.
Could be
Okay.
hooligans also.
Okay.
Like a root, the same root there.
Okay.
All life.
Okay, thank you, Hilda. That was not easy.
Thank you.
Yeah, I see Fagel and then Elaine. Fagel.
Yeah, I think I see a wordplay in here that I hadn't seen until now. And that line, "Und als der Rebbe wird anfangen von Teure zu schmeißen."
Yeah.
The word, yeah, but I think, a verse of Torah is called a posek, but also posek it's also means like a belt or
Oh.
so like to lash with,
Oh.
to lash with the, to whip with the with a strip of Torah.
Sure. Who needs
Okay.
guns? Right.
Elaine?
Yeah, just some spelling stuff. In the word commandant.
Commandant. Yeah.
The dictionary had it as a comment, an ayin, where the pasuk with the second aleph.
Commandant.
Right.
instead of
Commandant.
Commandant.
I'm sure
And
it's just
Yeah.
is it just an either or thing? I mean, that's why I had trouble finding it. That's why I'm just pointing it out.
I mean, clearly this is a word that comes from,
German.
I'm going to say
Commandant.
Latin originally, but commandant in German and French. So I think
Right. Right.
where Yiddish speaking people learn,
Yeah, or command, command.
right, command,
That's
commander,
Right.
right. And the other one was in unfangen. Unfangen.
Begin.
to
And
begin.
that one had an
begin.
iron. That had an iron. Unfangen.
Yeah. You can put the iron. Unfangen.
Is it I never came across, is it right either way?
I mean, before Yivo wrote down the rules for spelling,
Right.
you could
Right.
spell it a
Right.
couple of different ways. But since we
Right.
have a Real Academia,
Okay, all right. Yeah, again, because I had trouble and was looking around in the dictionary and I finally
right.
found it with the iron. I just wanted to make sure it's the same word.
Elaine,
I'm
it
sure it's the
depends on
same
how
word.
much of a rebel you want to be.
Right.
Okay, Rafael, you have to add anything?
Yeah, just that according to the Evo spelling, you would put an I in there. But some
Iron.
advice, if you have difficulty finding in the dictionary, I highly recommend the online Bochner translation of Naborsky's dictionary, because if it can't find something exact, it will try to find a near match. And often that will tell you what the right spelling or what their spelling actually is. So I do recommend that for spelling checks.
Can you,
Thank you.
can you send us that link? You said
Yes,
it's online?
I'll put it in the chat.
Okay, you'll put it
Thanks.
in the chat. Okay, so let's continue. Die Deutschen. Rochelle, please.
Yes. Die Deutschen, sie wären doch Poschet Deal. Sie wissen nicht, was sie sollen tun. The heretics, they become stupid and they crazy and they don't know what to do.
Right.
They haben a Tanz, was heißt Schmadril. They have a dance that they call Schmadril, and I imagine that means like the quadrille.
Quadrille, right.
Yeah, they have a dance that they call the quadrille. Einer läuft aher, der andere ahin. One runs this way and the other runs that way.
Right.
Oops. Sorry, hold on.
Okay.
Ah!
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Und die Deutschen, was zimbelt auf der Schlumbill, wird feierdicke knedlich essen. And and the heretics that I, I'm not sure what they're doing, playing the cymbals?
No, so in Yiddish, a cymbal is what we call a hammer dulcimer.
Oh,
with a
okay, yeah.
cymbal on, right? And and here it's the Deutsch kit. So it's one of these
The
apostate women who's playing cymbal
hammer
on her
dulcimer.
bill.
That's called a cymbalum.
Right. So I think the word bill is just being denigrating the instrument that she's playing.
Okay.
I think.
That fire dikke knedelig essen that will eat the
Burning knedlich, right.
burning knedelig. What does that mean?
She's being punished along with all the other heretics and agnostics and, you know.
Okay. Und als der Rebbe wird fliegen sein Lappe auf ihr, and if the rabbi will slap her?
No, it's Aropligen.
Will place his lappe, which is his hand, but that's the way you refer to an animal.
Right, his paw.
His paw, auf ihr, wird sie in symbol vergessen. So she will forget, if the rabbi places his paw on her, she will forget to play or be engaged in the hammer dulcimer.
Right. Good.
Okay, Elaine?
The term pashut deal means stupid.
Now, dill really means to go out of your mind.
Oh,
Say that, wait, say that again. What does?
Dill is crazy, out of your mind. So they're going to go simply out of their minds.
Het draait a Dylan.
I mean, isn't a deal a floor?
Yes.
Yes, also.
That's from the Polish.
Also, right.
Those are I only know two Polish words, dill and viadra.
Oh, that's very funny.
Yeah, the usual spelling of that is dul, Daled Vov Lamed. And of course, in the accent that Josh Waletsky is using here, he's pronouncing it deal. And so that's why you might have difficulty looking it up in the dictionary. And again, it's really a very different word from the word for floor, dull. And it's cognate, I believe, to the English word dull, D-U-L-L. Not sure of that, but I believe it's cognate.
Right.
Okay, Fagel?
What did that word schlumbill mean?
I think it's just an insulting reference to the instrument that she's playing. I think, unless somebody found another meaning for it.
Okay, I see Cookie. Cookie?
The word in Yiddish for floor is dill, and podloga is the Polish word for floor, as far as I know.
Podloga.
Yes, podloga is Polish, right?
Polish, and dill is Yiddish. In the dictionary, you have dill for floor.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I say podliker.
Podliker, yeah.
Yes, do you?
Yes.
Podliker.
Yes, my parents only spoke the Polish when they didn't want us to understand.
Yeah, here Russian, they spoke Russian.
Harriet?
Yes, also cymbalin, the verb, it means to play the dulcimer, but it also can, from what I saw, it can mean to like make a racket.
Oh.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. The other part of my question was fire dicke. I got the dictionary that I used. I used Bachner. Spicy.
Yeah, but here
it means
the masculine and the misnagdim are being pulverized by the rabbi's army, so she's eating burning, knedlich. It's like she's being shot in the mouth by an exploding something or other. Exploding
Knedlich.
Exploding Knedlich.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exploding Knedlich. Okay, Marif, thank you. Michael Moore joined us, so he will play the PowerPoint that I lost it. Okay.
Okay.
But
Good.
I have to make him I have to make him co something.
Mina, it'll be just a minute because I'm on my tablet and I have to switch over to the laptop to do that.
Okay,
so
it will take me a minute.
Talk a little bit.
You want to hear the song again, Minna, in the meantime?
No, that's why that's what Michael will do, because he can play the. Okay, I made him co-host, so now he can play it. So, because the PowerPoint is really nice. I'm sorry, I just got lost. And Michael put some pictures in it, so it will be, it's prettier with the pictures. And you worked on it, so let's, let's honor it.
I'm switching computers. I'll be on in just a minute.
Okay, I made you co-host. Okay. Okay.
Can I explain to everybody about the 3 dots while we're waiting?
Okay, please. Good idea.
So whenever you can't find anything that somebody says chat or share or whatever, if your screen isn't big enough, then Zoom hides all the other choices under those 3 dots with the word more. It's like a closet that it puts everything in that it doesn't have room for.
But I'm looking,
Other things will appear under the 3 dots depending, if you have a lot of room, it will show.
okay, my 3 dots are at the bottom, so that's okay.
Right, with all the other choices. If you can't find something that people are talking about, try the 3 dots, because it might be under there if it doesn't have room to put it in a visible place, okay? That's what it is, like a closet that it stores things in. If it doesn't
more
but mine doesn't say, mine has
don't see the
whiteboard.
3 dots, it means that you've got it big enough that it can show everything. And
I
it
know,
doesn't
but
mean
mine doesn't show a place where you can expand the screen. My 3 dots.
no, there's nothing under the 3 dots in that area that expands the screen. It's up in the upper right under view.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
Michael,
need to play with it when we're not online now.
Michael? Where is he? Okay. No idea where he went.
He had to leave so that he could come back on a different
So he
computer.
can come. Oh, yeah. That's what he said. Yes.
And when he comes back, you'll have to make him co-host again.
No, he pressed the 3 dots and he was dematerialized into another dimension.
He was beamed up.
There was a rabbi nearby who said the right words and he sent him off.
Lane from Teure. Das ist alles.
Geflogen, ungeflogen.
As long as he sent him up, not down.
Geflogen, nicht geflogen.
I looked everywhere. I have no 3 dots anywhere.
Okay, we are going,
If you don't see
Oh,
the
yes, you do.
No, I don't see so well anyway, so
Well, it could be at the bottom, like mine is at the bottom.
My 3 dots say apps, meeting settings, background and effects, and notes.
Correct. And it also says more at the bottom of the 3 dots.
Right, it's a circle with 3 dots.
And it says more.
No.
There are several places where there are 3 dots. Just pick one.
Okay, Michael, I made you co-host again, so you can start it. I just wanted to say, Fisher's group that meets an hour after we finish, they have some songs about the Holocaust. So if you want to listen, just tune in to Fisher's group afterwards.
Yeah, I'll send it out. I'll send it out.
Okay, I just don't do any more Holocaust because the last time I did
Here we go.
Was awful. So no. So Michael, you're good.
Okay.
I love this picture, the Eilico.
Und als der heilige Mashiach wird kommen, will ich sein. Und als der heilige Mashiach wird kommen, will ich sein der Herrscher auf der Schlacht. Auf die Datschen wird man sich nehmen, und sie schlagen Tag wie Nacht. Gor an Pulver und an Blei, Keulen werden fliehen überall. Und als der Rebbe wird noch zu sagen, a Posik dabei, wie Streu werden die Datschen fallen. Und es wird noch zu helfen, Sorach und Borach, Yankiv, Daniel, Sindel, Grindel, Chaim, Schmiel, Berl, Schmerl, Getzel, Azrael, und fliegen das ganze Kränzel. Keile, Beile, Jentes, Assechane, Brane, Jachnit, was esime, Blimme, Pessin, Rosse, werden tanzen das Mitzvah-Tänzel. Chiribim, bam, chiribidi, bam, chiribidi, bidi, bidi, bim, bam, chiribim, bam, chiribidi, bam, chiribidi, bidi, bidi, bim, bam. Der Rebbe wird sein der Kommandant, wird kommandieren hin und her. Und ich will sein Adjutant, dich sieht ihm das Militär. Und als der Rebbe wird anfangen von Teure zu schmeißen, zu beweisen seine Hawaiies. Also werden dich sieht ihm an heute zu schießen, auf die Drabes, auf die Hultaies. Und es wird noch zu helfen, Sorach und Borach, Yankiv, Daniel, Sindel, Grindel, Chaim, Schmiel, Berl, Schmerl, Getzel, Azrael, und führen das ganze Kränzel. Keile, Bele, Jentes, Assechane, Brane, Jachnit, was es immer, Blimme, Persi und Rosse, werden tanzen das Mitzvah-Tänzel. Chiribim, bam, chiribidi, bam, chiribidi, bidi, bidi, bim, bam, chiribim, bam, chiribidi, bam, chiribidi, bidi, bidi, bim, bam, chiribim, bam, chiribidi, bam, chiribidi, bidi, bidi, bim, bam, chiribim, bam, chiribidi, bam, chiribidi, bidi, bidi, bim, bam. Die Datschen, sie wären doch Posche Deal, sie wissen nicht, was sie sollen tun. Sie haben a Tanz, was heißt Schmadrill. Einer läuft daher und der andere hin. Die Datschke, was zimbelt auf dem Schlambil, wird feierdicke Knädlach essen. Und als der Rebbe wird auflegen sein Lappe auf ihr, wird sie im Zimbel vergessen. Und es wird noch zu helfen, Sorach und Borach, Yankiv, Daniel, Sindel, Grindel, Chaim, Schmiel, Berl, Schmerl, Getzel, Azrael, und führen das ganze Kränzel. Keile, Bele, Jentes, Assechane, Brane, Jachnit, was es immer, Blimme, Persi und Rosse, werden tanzen das Mitzvah-Tänzel. Chiribim, bam, chiribidi, bam, chiribidi, bidi, bidi, bim, bam, chiribim, bam, chiribidi, bam, chiribidi, bidi, bidi, bim, bam, chiribim, bam, chiribidi, bam, chiribidi, bidi, bidi, bim, bam, chiribim, bam, chiribidi, bam, chiribidi, bidi, bidi, bim, bam.
Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you, Maurice. Thank you, Michael.
Welcome. My pleasure.
And thank you, Marie,
You're welcome.
for saving the day. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to Chaim Grade. And his tales, and his tales of his mother. Okay, and we stopped page 30, yes. And I'll make it bigger in one moment. Is it Is it
Yes.
enough? It's
I
enough?
think, oh, nice, good, they are good,
Yeah? Okay.
good. Shane them down.
So the mama has new neighbors, and one of them is the Katzev, and he is hat sich gekriegt with the ganze with this what's going on with me? He fought with all the other kosher slaughterers. He's not a Katzev, he's selling poultry, sorry. He's selling poultry, and he fought with all the other, with the kosher slaughterers, and his wife bought poultry from, from the Warszawer Socharim,
Merchant.
merchants. I'm sorry, my mind is some other place. And they are now the new neighbors of the mama, and Shabbos, she sits on the shvel, and she reads her books, her holy books, and she sees what's going on by the neighbors, and what's going on by the neighbors is that they are not really following the Shabbos. So we stopped at where kommt. Kommt a Royce, yes? Bob, that's yours, Bob.
I think Maurice was testing us with that song. That took an hour. We barely get.
Oh yeah. Okay, sometimes.
Yeah. This should be a lot easier. Okay. Kommt Royce Altica, der Gensler Farputzter. So in the Altica, the goose merchant or the poultry merchant comes out. What's a Farputzter? I saw ornament, but it
No,
nothing.
all dressed up.
Right.
Oh, Farputzter. All dressed up. I get it. Betracht lang seine schmalzige finger, observes, looks at his fat finger for a long time, sits raus a clean Messerl von Tasch und nimmt sich schneiden die Nägel. Takes a small knife out of his pocket and starts to cut his nails. Dabei ruft mit Benemus Usdik Cole, and he says with a pleasant voice, Lisa, bist fertig? Lisa, are you ready? Ruft sich op die Mama mit Wegkeit und afilu mit Genea.
Achnue.
Hachnoa.
Achne.
And so the mama speaks up with a soft, weak, and even humble voice, humility. Reb Alter, Heint is doch Shabbos. Reb Alter, today is still Shabbos. Is was? Is what? Macht sich
Tamevate.
Thank you. Samavata.
Tamevate is very famous Yiddish expression.
Our parents used it a lot.
Yes.
What is it?
Yes, yes.
Okay, let Bob.
Yeah, yeah. You well, he's kind of playing the fool. He's just joking, so like playing dumb.
Playing
Um,
dumb, exactly.
Nicht
um,
wittendig.
er weiß nicht, als Shabbos soll man nicht schneiden kein Nägel. I don't know. Don't you know that on Shabbos one doesn't cut one's nails? Er, un, no,
Is was.
was is as I Bubis ask. It is
I
what
said,
it is. Is that any of your business or any of your Bubba's concern? Bubba's?
Grandmother's book
yeah,
business.
but it means it's none of your business.
Yeah, none of your business, right? He asks, Fred there. Die Mama stellt ein das Leben. And the dictionary says the mama kind of is risks her life when she responds. Is that kind of right? That was the dictionary translation.
How
Stellt.
about stands up for herself? Is that right?
I'm not sure.
Her all.
Yeah,
No.
it's like
Isn't
she's
her
being
all.
brave. She's being brave, I think,
Mhm.
just speaking up and saying, "Yeah, if a kauft doch jüdische Kinder koschere Eufes." You're selling you're still selling Yiddish kosher poultry to Yiddish kids, children,
Mhm.
Jewishism. Mehr darf men nit. What else do you need? If
No, meer darf men niet. It's like, that was it. That was the line in the sand or something. That was it.
Limit. That was the limit.
That was the limit,
meer
yeah.
darf men, that's okay. That's the end. Er wird ungestunde der
Angezunden. Angezunden.
an der Zun der und zerschneit sich.
Zerschreit sich.
Zerschreit sich.
Yeah.
And he Scream would get furious and
Yes.
screamed, "Wird bei mir nit kaufen kein Kischlech? Won't you buy any kishkas from me?"
So you won't. No, it's not a
you
question.
you won't. Oh, so you won't buy any kishkas from me, Gebet Mina, my rich lady. For farmezret mich for the shachet. You're going to report me to the slaughterers. Farmeshet mich for eine Sohn. Will you report me to your son? Der Bank Quetscher. And that dictionary said was it
Teller or cashier or something?
the book?
No, it was probably. Sorry?
The dictionary said bookworm.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was in a yeshiva.
Okay. Lisa, wie gefällt dich die neue Deborah Esther, die Tzaddik ist? are you now happy as the new Deborah Esther, the saint?
No, it's not. How do you like? How do you like
Ah,
the new?
yeah, yeah. Does it please you? How do you like being the new Deborah, the saint? Was redest du mir mit Schlepperin,
Schlepperke.
Schlepperke? Why? How do you speak to a, I guess
Why?
a bum?
Why do you speak with the Trump?
Why do you speak with a bum? Thank you. Entfert Lisa von Stupp Arois, answers Lisa from outside the house.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. You did it. So Harriet and Raphael. Harriet.
Okay, it was einstellen, einstellen das Leben. The verb was einstellen, and it does mean to risk life and limb. He was using it in a sarcastic manner.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Good. Raphael.
Yeah, several things. It's a maseren, farmaseren. It's from musar, the Hebrew root, of course. Farmaseren is to turn someone into the police or to the authorities. The other thing I want to mention is, who is this Dvorah Esther? There was actually a person, Dvorah Esther, in Vilna, and there was, I believe, an entire synagogue with her name on it. She was known as a tzedekis, a righteous woman. And so she was well known in that time and place. And so when the husband says to his wife, hey, how do you like this new Dvorah Esther? He is referring, of course, he's talking about the author's mother, but he's referring then to this well-known Dvorah Esther.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you.
Right.
Thanks. Karen?
Hi, I have a question on the line where it says, Ihr verkauft doch jiddische Kinder kosher Eufes. It does look like the, Yiddish Jewish children, but I look it up and I'm wondering, it seems to me that might mean you're selling kosher poultry to Jewish women rather than.
Yeah, it's the meaning is Jewish women. Yeah.
Thank
Kinder is kind of how do you say, a collective thing.
Yes, I have one more comment that's unrelated, but this whole session has been very entertaining. There's a lot of clever, funny people in the Vinkl, and I think you all should take the show on the road.
Okay.
We did take a show on the road, but we got a flat tire.
There you go. I rest my case.
Cookie, yes.
Okay. What's the difference between a tzaddikister and an Eifeschayil?
No idea.
I think it refers to tzadika refers not just to being righteous, but to having wisdom, to having Torah wisdom and so forth.
Holy one. What's a
Well,
tzaddik?
I don't know. A tzaddik is, I don't know if they're holier, but they have more knowledge. And I think a righteous woman, the other word that you used, that's just a person who follows, her, she's worth her weight in rubies, of course.
Right ways of a wife, yeah.
Right. But I think, to be a tzaddik is to have developed a depth of wisdom that few people get to.
I shade him down.
Not in the front. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's continue. Let's move it a bit. Raphael, please.
We're at Die Mama hebt zich auf.
Dima, yes.
Okay. Die Mama hebt sich auf. My mother gets up, nimmt ihre Sforim, she takes her books, her holy books, und zieht sich zurück in Kuznia, and she goes back into the smith shop. Sie wird sich nicht verstehen, dem heiligen Tag. She doesn't want to disrupt this holy day. Und reingehen in a Kriegerei and enter into fighting mit dem groben Fliegel, with this, well, literally a thick wing, but it means this nasty person. Der Gensler schreit ihr noch. The poultry dealer shouts after her. Ich will noch bald verrechnen a cigar. And soon I'm going to start smoking a cigar. Das Maul kann euch noch hinterstehen. So your mouth should now travel to the other side of your head. Get him die Mama abracha. Mother blesses him. Und klappt zu die Tür and slams the door. Unser Katz beweist kaum ob zu springen. Our cat barely manages to jump away. Und habt weg ihr Eck and takes its tail out of danger. Soll nicht bleiben verquetscht. The tail shouldn't be squeezed in der Tür, in the door. Die Katz bleibt sitzen allein in draußen. The cat remains sitting alone outside, auf der Schwelle, on the threshold.
Go on, please.
Die Mama sieht durch ein Fenster. Mother sees through the window, wie die Madame kommt raus von ihrer Stube. How this madam is coming out of her house. An ausgestreute, all made up, I think.
Yeah, it's made up. Austrian, yeah, it's made up.
Und über ihr großen Kopf mit einem kleinen Hittele, and above her large head with the small hat, spreit sie aus a zummerdick geblimmelte Schirmel. She is spreading out a summer umbrella, a parasol, which has a flowery design, geblimmelt. Kein Regen geht nicht, it's not raining. Und die Sonne backt nicht, and the sun is not baking. Doch, still, tragt sie Shabbos, dem seidenen, luftigen Schirmel. She's still carrying, on Shabbos, this silken, the silken light, I guess luftigen is something like light, Schirmel, parasol, zu beweisen ihm, to show it off, auf der breiter Gas, on the wide street. Sie sieht aus wie a große hilzene Fass. She looks like a big wooden barrel mit an übergekehrter Schüssel von oben, with a pot turned over on top, und über der Schüssel a flach Teller, and on top of this bowl, a flat platter. Ihr kurzer Mann tänzelt unter. Her short husband is dancing along, giving a small dance. Verrucht sein linke Hand in ihr Arm. He places his left hand in her arm. Und der rechte Hand in der rechten Hand hält a Spazierstecken. In his right hand, he's holding a walking stick. Und sein Bauch bumbelt sich voraus. And his belly is bumbling, is like bouncing, thank you, is bouncing in front. Und hinten geht sie noch der abgegessene Kotter. And behind them is walking their well-fed tomcat. Geht mit verganefte stille Tritt. The cat is walking with silent verganefte, as like thieving, but with steps. Yeah, with stealthy, that's it. Stealthy, silent steps. Like the fog walking in on cat's feet. Sein Balabotem sollen ihm nicht bemerken, in order that his owners shouldn't notice him.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Karen, will you continue?
Yes. Der Kotter is klug. The tomcat is clever, aber Lisa is noch klüger, but Lisa is even more clever. Sie stellt sich ab, she stops, dreht sich aus, Hamelech, mit ihr ganzen Guf, she turns, oh, excuse me, she turns with her whole body slowly, und ihr Mann dreht sich mit, and her husband turns with her. Lisa sagt gar nicht. Lisa says nothing, nor Alterke versteht, was sie meint, but Alterke understands what she means, und is mekhabed dem Kotter mitten stecken, and he lets the tomcat have it with his stick, with his cane. Der Kotter versteht euch, was men meint. The tomcat also understands what they're thinking. Und mit breiter, ballabustischer Tritt, and with wide, respectable or mature steps, geht ruhig zurück in Häuf, wie es wollt gar nicht geschehen. And he goes back to calmly back to the courtyard as if nothing had happened.
Go on, please.
Alterke stellt sich ab. Alterke stops. Sein Stern knetet sich. His forehead wrinkles. In die Knetchen liegt a tiefer Gedanke. In his wrinkles there lies a deep thought. Und wegt sich dort, and it soaks there, wie Gersten in a hinerscher Volja, like barley in a chicken's crop. A crop is where if the poultry eats, and at the bottom of the esophagus, there's a storage area where food that isn't being digested yet goes. So it's a food storage area. So his thoughts soak like barley in a chicken's crop. Sof kot sof werd der harter Gedank weg. Finally, the hard thought softens, und der Gensler schlingt ihm herunter, and the goose stealer swallows the thought under or down.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for explaining what a crop is.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Okay, Susan.
Du weißt, Lise, verwuss die Welt hat a so feind a Katz und hat holt a Hund. You know, Lisa, why the world hates so much a cat, and hat holt is also hates or loves?
No, loves.
Loves?
Uh-huh.
A dog. Beide haben Nägel, both have nails, nur die Katz behält sie in die sametene Kischelach, but the cat keeps them in his velvet paw.
und der Hund weist sie offen, and the dog shows them in the openly. Die Welt hat Feind gezellige Tziburkes wie die Scheuchtim, and the world hates such zealots like the slaughterers. And then Tziburkes is religious zealots or hypocrites. Is that
Is hypocrites,
hypocrites? Okay. Und ihr Manns Klugschaft zerspreit sich der Schmeichel auf Lises Punem bis zu die Euren. Oh, from her husband's wiseness, her smile goes across Lisa's face. Bis zu der Euren, the smile goes way over to her ears. Bald werd ihr gegossen Punem zurück verkehlt, and soon the puffy face cools down. Sie muss einbeigen ihr schweren Guf. She needs to move her hard to move body.
heavy body, heavy body.
What?
Heavy body, she's heavy set.
Her heavy body, schweren Guf, yeah. Dem größten Kopf, her big head, und das luftige Schirmel, and the airy umbrella, sie soll können durchgehen, so she can go through durch der schmuler Kolitke, so she can get through the narrow
It's a narrow gate.
low gate. It's a low gate. While the COVID Shabbos is their teuer vermacht, because in honor of Shabbos, the gate is closed. Beide stuppen sich durch, both push themselves through, gleichen sich aus, they straighten themselves up, und lassen sich auf a Spazier auf der breiter Gas, and they allow themselves to have a nice walk on the broad street.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you. David, your ear, David Katz.
Ja.
Okay, please.
Danke. Der Koter guckt sich herum in Heu und sieht auf unser Schwell, die Katz. The tomcat looks around in the yard and catches sight of of the cat on our doorstep. Both hielt sich beim Genetzen nicht zu haben kann Fliegel Shabbos. Both which is she's just sitting there about to yawn and not to catch any yawning and not catching any birds flies. Yeah, flies on Shabbos. Der Koter geht vorbei vermacht. Räumischt nicht geht ungerecht Sprung und Biest der Katz in Rücken. The tomcat goes by vermacht. What is a
I'm not sure.
Das, yeah, basically, okay.
I don't know.
I think it's absorbed in thought.
Absorbed in thought, okay.
I think. Vermacht, perhaps. Goes by, apparently, geht ungerecht, and unexpectedly jumps and takes a little bites the cat in the back. Die Mama in Stube by der dunkle Scheub the mother in the house by the dark window. Barton in Teitschmisch. Der Herd a Geschrei. Occupied with Teitschmisch, a Yiddish Torah, Yiddish Torah. Here's a scream. Sie läuft hastig zu der Tür und lässt rein die Katz. And she runs, quickly to the door and lets the cat in. Was guckt sich herum, nicht teut, nicht lebendig, und nimmt Lecken ihr gebissenem Rücken. Which, looks around, it doesn't looks neither dead nor alive. And she starts licking her, bitten, the back where she was bitten. Mir ist die Mama nicht allein Shabbos, für Nacht auf den Schwell, mit ihrer Support. So, and no more does the mother go out, lets out the on Shabbos before evening, before the end of Shabbos. She doesn't go out near the end of Shabbos with her books. I don't know. Maybe there's a better English way to say that. On the outside on Offenschwell.
Okay, yes, thank you. We finished the story, so any comments, any questions about the story?
Like a vignette, I think. It's sort of like you open the camera and just see what people are doing. There's not like a plot or anything. It's just like you turn the camera on what people did on Shabbos, how it went.
Is describing a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Louisa?
Yeah, thank you. I just have a question. I didn't understand the last part, especially the word koter. What is the koter?
Koter is a tomcat.
Cat.
A male
cat. What is a tomcat anyway?
A male cat.
Ah, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Any questions? Any other comments?
Yeah, I had a
Yes, Susan.
comment.
Susan.
Okay.
Susan.
I decided to splurge. They just published Chaim Grada's huge book, Zin und Techter. And I don't think it's been even published in Yiddish because his wife, his second wife, made it hard for him. She withheld the papers, and while he was alive, they could never publish them. And this, I splurged. The thing is 700 pages.
Wow.
Really? Into maybe bringing the author to the book fair, but I'm not sure.
I was shocked when I am a member of the Philadelphia Free Library, and I listen to audiobooks. I download audiobooks. I couldn't believe it. They have that book on audio.
Oh my God.
And I have it on hold. There's a very long
Wow, that's
wait for it.
wonderful.
In
That's
English?
wonderful.
In English.
Okay, the woman coming to the book fair would be Rose Waldman, the translator.
I don't know. I think Donna.
That could be.
Is
Yeah,
that a
looking
book?
into-
Where is that book fair?
Houston.
Oh, in Houston.
I'm sorry. But anyway, because we're always looking for someone with Yiddish and we can't find anyone. But I'm not sure. Maybe Barbara knows more about that.
Oh, we've made the request
Yeah.
and apparently it is on the list. Thank God. They had enough brains to put it on their list for consideration. And hopefully we will have Rose Waldman here for sons and daughters.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
we're hoping. We hope to get more information.
Yeah, Fagel.
Yeah, I think that it's Tablet Magazine is publishing chapter by chapter. They're
Yeah,
publishing.
I read it.
things
I
in
read a
Yeah.
few of the chapters. It was great. I've been reading it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
tried
know if the Yiddish is available somewhere.
Well, it's not easily available. You can write to Yivo and they'll send you the it's like the manuscript, but it's very hard to read it because of the orthography, and it's got the notes all along. So I tried to find it from the newspapers that it was originally serialized in newspapers,
Wow, that's
but that
great.
was hard also. You can go to the National Library of Israel and they have the magazines and the newspapers that it was published in. But I wanted to say something more about the cat, the pious cat. You know, that
Yeah, it's
line,
wonderful. Yeah.
was hit sich beim Gensen, that, you know, he's guarding himself even while yawning. He's, you know, hitting Shabbos is to observe Shabbat or to protect, protect. And so I kept thinking about the graphic novel called The Rabbi's Cat. I don't know if you've ever seen that. It was published a while ago. It's about a rabbi and his daughter's Lalbat. Yeah. And I think he's French, Johann Sfar, or I'm not sure how you pronounce his name, Joann. Sfar is the last name, Sfar. If you want to read about a pious cat and a very learned cat. It was
Is this in Yiddish or in English?
It's in French, but it was translated into English.
Okay.
But the pictures tell the story, so it's really transcends language.
Okay. Any more comments?
And what's it called? A pious cat?
No, the Rabbi's Cat.
The Rabbi's Cat.
Oh, the Rabbi's Cat.
Michael
It's
Fishman,
about the
you're still,
relationship between the daughter of the rabbi and the cat.
just a moment. Michael Fishman, you're still here, so I want to ask you. I know that you love Mendele.
Yeah.
I love Mendele as well, I think, but that it's a bit difficult to read. If I bring a chapter of the travels of Benjamin III, do you think we can do it?
You know, of all his work that I've read, that's the one I know the least.
Okay.
But I think that his Yiddish is the same regardless. So if it's not the Kliacha, and if it's not the Hunchback, it'll be Benjamin III. Yeah.
Okay, so not
sure.
right. Okay, not right now, but we read Grada, which is really, really difficult, really difficult to read. So I will bring Benjamin III in a few months. I will bring it in a couple of months. So we will just, maybe during the summer when you are all relaxed and have nothing else to do, but sit with the with the
Yeah, I think his best work is Fischke der Krummer.
Fischke der, yeah, but in the what I meant about the travels of Benjamin III, it's very humoristic, so that's why I wanted to bring it. It's
Yeah,
the humor. Yeah.
That makes sense because the others are more intense.
Yes, exactly. But back to Grade. I just wanted to ask you because I know that you like him. So yeah. So back to Grade. Any more questions? Any more?
This is not about Grada, but I just tried to access the address, the web address that we I can't think of that we got for the dictionary, the wörterbuch.org/VB.
Yes.
And it says site can't be reached. So I'm wondering
Well,
whether
it's fine for me.
It worked for me.
Yeah.
all right, what is it? HTTPS Wörterbuch.
Just click on the link in the chat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Type it.
Okay, hold on just a
Click what's
second.
in the chat and it should open in a browser.
Yes.
Can you repeat the link?
Well, it's in the browser.
It's here. It's in the,
It's
yeah.
easier to do.
Just learn how to use the chat. So go look in the chat now.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Before I close it, yeah. Look at the chat. You will see.
Yeah, it's there.
Okay.
And then all you need to do is click on the link in the chat. You don't have to try to retype it.
Yeah, I see. Okay. I don't know. It didn't work for me, but
Elaine, I can send it to you.
no. I got it. I got it. I clicked
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Which link in the chat? I see a couple of them.
The one that says Wörterbuch.
Oh,
Let's make sure Susan gets it because she's just learning how to use chat. So just click on it, Susan, and then your browser should open with the link. already there.
I see the chat, which is new to me, but I don't see where it says the Wörterbuch.
Page down a little bit because there's a lot of people who commented today.
It has the R next to it with the orange for Raful.
Yeah, it has refoils. See it?
It was at 9:14
You
a.m.
got
if you
the
see the
third
time.
one down.
Wörterbuch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just click on it. Don't do anything else. Just click on it.
Okay. I see it. Thank you.